Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm going to be going and showing you guys my latest acquisitions for furniture. So this one here is it's a shelf, obviously, and you can see that I've already started doing some work to it. This I guess you could call it a really thin veneer, maybe. It was pulling away here, and it's actually cracked behind here. So trying to just glue that back together. The part that's actually cracked, I might end up having to chip it off and just fill it. Down here, it was pulled away from the corner here, like the leg was kind of twisted outward. So I got some glue in there and got it clamped. But this thing's really cute. I like the design on the legs and that little design there. And then the one that I'm really more excited about, well, let me get back to this one. This one's already been dipped, according to the lady I bought it from. So it's pretty much ready to go for staining. Just got to wipe it down, go from there. Now, this is the one I'm more excited about. This is it's a wash stand apparently. That's what I was told. And I already took the top drawer out. It's sitting up there on the workbench. This too needs good cleaning. It's got a keyhole there. There's a keyhole that was up in the middle of the drawer. It's a little weird that there's no knobs here to pull those open, but they do open. It has casters on the bottom, the originals, and they were working just fine until I was taking it out of my truck. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it broke. But I don't plan on keeping them anyway, so that's fine. They're gonna come off. The plans that I have for the washboard. I don't know if it's a washboard or a wash cabinet. I don't know what it's really called. But obviously you can see there's water stains just from it being used over the time, which is expected. So I'm gonna strip this down to bare wood. I'm gonna take that off first. On the back there's like 5 or 6 screws holding it on there, the old flathead style. Strip it down, see what it looks like with the original wood. I don't know what this is made out of. Somebody that has more knowledge is going to have to tell me. And then, like the doors and the top, I think I'm going to leave natural. So I'm taking the doors off so I can sand those down a lot better. And that's what I'm going to do with that. See how it looks natural. I don't know if it's going to look good. I'm just going to clean this whole thing down, clean it all down, sand it down to bare wood on the top, the doors, refresh the dark stained wood as it is, because there's really not a whole lot wrong with that. And then I'm going to cover it in a polyurethane, keep it protected for some time. This one here is technically already sold. I just need to have the customer pick out the color they want me to stain that for them. But so yeah, there you have it. I'm gonna get some things set up quickly here, and yeah, I'll let you guys come along for this little ride. I don't know how this is really gonna work. I've never done this kind of thing before. As you all know, any longtime viewers of this channel knows that this isn't really my forte, but there's something about this old furniture I absolutely love. And I got, once again, as you can hear, the heat's going in here. So I'm gonna use these to kind of, the drill attachments to really kind of help me get into and clean that off real well. I'm going to try this Spray 9 heavy duty cleaner and degreaser. See how this works. But I think first and foremost, before it really annoys me when I'm trying to do anything on here, is I got to take these casters off. So by the looks of it, it just looks like they're nailed on there. So let's just see what a screwdriver and a hammer will do. Guess you don't need the hammer. Okay, all 4 old casters are off. So that means I could actually put it up on there, but I don't think I'm going to. There's a shelf on the inside, and I think that just kind of sits there. Kind of worried about this. You can see the old screws, but there's a lot of what looks like glue in there. If it doesn't want to come off willingly, I'm not going to try prying it off. Ooh, yeah, baby. There was a screw there. I didn't see that. Another one. Two screws I didn't notice were in there. Well, how much damage did I do? Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. It's fixable. This is where you can really kind of assess the situation. This is new glue. That's new. But I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm not sure what these holes are. These something mounted to the back of it maybe at one point? I don't think so. There's holes on the bottom too. Huh, I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can get the doors off. But I'm going to turn that heater off for a little while. Interesting that the original, what I'm assuming, let me show you. Y'all can see that crack right back there, which, yeah, I can fix that. That looks like the original latch or something, but I don't see where it went on any of the doors. So, do you see all these holes down here? Anyway. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is take those doors off, and I'm going to label the hinges. Left top, left bottom, right top, right bottom. And the reason for doing that is because these things are old, and the odds of them going back on wherever are pretty slim. So I guess it's best to just put them back where they came from. So I will do that quickly and get back to you guys shortly, all right? All right, so there was a little bit of a struggle with these, but doors are off of it. And remember what I said about the hinges and the hardware? Decided to just leave them on, because that part of the door, that frame, don't think I'm going to be really doing anything with that anyway, other than cleaning it up and making it refreshed. But I did notice all that glue under here. The top is, that's a little warped. You can see it's lifted up here. But I guess that's okay, right? It's old. I tried to get this shelf out, lifting one side, getting it to drop down on the other, but I don't know how they ever got that thing in there. It'll go up that high, hit this thing, and it's not enough to scoot it down. I don't know. So it'll stay there, and that's where it's going to live for the rest of its life. All right, now from here, I am going to see about what the sanding is going to do. And I see, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but there is a bow in it. It seems like it's relatively okay here, but once it gets back there, not so much. And maybe y'all can see it with this, if you really care. Well, see the light coming through there? Yeah. So it's gonna just have to be okay. If I knew the kind of wood this was, I don't even know if I'd go as far as trying to replace it. I don't have a router to match that edging, to match the edge here. So, hole here. And I think I'm just going to cover. Pretend that we just didn't see that. Go from there. And that heater's only been off for about 10 minutes. It's already getting too cold in here. So, yeah. Put that back down on the ground. I'm not sure what grit I'm going to start with. I think I bought 80 grit and then 120 for the orbital. Pretty sure that's what I got. So let's see what that will do. And I'm going to have to turn that heater back on, unfortunately, guys. So let me go get things set up. All right, guys. You almost let me just start sanding on this without actually cleaning it. Let's see what this is going to do. Let that sit there for a second. Start out with the softer one here. Look at what came off of there just now. I'm definitely not saying that that's clean right now, but it is definitely better than it was. I'm going to give it another round. It is still. That could be some of the finish coming off too, though. Plus, I know the brush was dirty. It's crazy. I might end up having to go get more rags. That is a lot of glue. So guys, what I think I'm going to end up doing is probably just give it a single wipe down. I'm seeing some things here that a little bit of wood filler is going to be needed for. And that's okay, I guess. I mean, this thing's old. It's going to have some scuff marks. I'm not real pleased about this. I mean, that's a lot of glue. Not even sure if I can get any of that off. Come to think of it, I'm not even sure that's glue. It's very spongy. I don't know if clamping that down will do any good. I guess I can give it a shot. I'm not taking that top off. No, no, no. That's going to be opening a can of worms I don't want to deal with. It's never been my experience that wood glue turns that spongy when it's dry. It seems more like it's wood or gap filler, that spray foam insulation. You don't think somebody would have tried that, do you? Don't know. Let's get this side cleaned up. Yeah, there's no bottom. Show you guys. No attached bottom. That's the bottom. Dry out. Yeah, whatever they put on there, it's kind of sticky. Okay, gonna let that just kind of air dry before I even tackle any kind of sanding. Sandpaper, it's definitely going to clog up pretty quick. And if it's wet, tacky, or whatever, it's going to clog it up even faster. Okay, so it's had some time to dry. And let me tell you, the top is a lot lighter. I'm not sure the camera is really picking that up, but it's a lot lighter. So what I think I'm going to do is start with the 120 on the orbital. See what that's going to do. I don't want to remove too much. I don't want to remove like a lot of wood or anything. Nope, we're going to kick that up. We're going to put the 80 grit on. I'm almost thinking that this isn't even quite enough. Okay, so I went to my place of work and talked to the paint manager. He told me the best thing to do for this top is to use this stuff. What it is a bleach, wood bleach. Removes water spots and gently lightens the wood. You gotta dissolve this into hot water, stir it, mix it real well. And then this is the weird part. It says, apply solution with the scrub brush. Apply repeatedly every 10 minutes until desired lightness is achieved. I put one coat on, and it's really dark. It's still wet. I did that about 20 minutes ago, before I even started the recording. I don't know what's going on here. So I guess I'm going to stop this. I think this is going to take a very long time to dry. Come back in a couple hours, see what's going on with it. Alright, so this has been setting for close to an hour. Alright. And this is what it looked like when I came upstairs. About an hour. You can still kind of see that water stain. But nothing like it was. So I am actually quite happy about that. I've already done the sanding on it. I've done 60 grit, 80 grit, 100 grit, 120, and 220. Now she is nice and soft. And I'm calling that good. I'm really quite happy with the way that turned out. I did the top drawer, the only drawer. This is where the those knobs were. Unbelievable. I had to break them off. They weren't coming off. So I got that to contend with shortly here, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to proceed with this. I mean, I got the top this way. I got the top, or the only drawer like that. The doors are still dark. The sides are still dark. Do I leave it that way and just polyurethane it? I can tell that that wood is different, so that's going to be kind of difficult. Got to think about this for a bit. All right, I am back. And let me tell you guys, I have a lesson learned, a hard lesson learned here. I wasn't thinking when I was putting that bleach on there and using the brush. It splatters. Go frickin' figure. Look at my doors. I don't know if you can even see that, but there are splatters everywhere on this door. Everywhere. Even on the other door sitting down there. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to fix that. Well, probably the same way I'm fixing the top. But anyway, I ran back to work, where I work, grabbed some white porcelain knobs for this, and the closest in the color of the stain that I could get is a red mahogany. I think it's still going to be too light. I really do. So this is, it's a wiping stain by Old Masters. Rich deep color, oil based. So there's the red mahogany 11404 in case you guys are interested in this once you see it applied. If it's lighter, I guess it's okay. I was wanting to go lighter on the top anyway, but I think it's best to be left to look as original as possible. So okay, I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod. I'm going to get this stain stirred up real good and start wiping it on, see what happens. Okay, so this stuff looks pretty darn close. Let's see what is going to happen here. Just get a bunch on this rag. Just start putting her on nice and liberally. Don't worry too much about pooling at this point because you're going to be wiping it all off. That's why it's a wiping stain. Let me tell you, with this being an oil-based, never care too much for the smell of this stuff. Okay, now that you got that slathered on there, you can definitely tell a difference. It's not quite the same, guys. I'm gonna give that a moment, kind of soak in, but not too long. Come back and give it a wipe. I don't know, guys. I think it looks okay-ish, but need to get a little bit more up here. So what I'm doing off here is just sanding this wood filler down. Make sure it's nice and smooth, and it is. Do the same thing here. Okay, now I'm just going to give this a good wipe. In the direction of the grain. Absolutely beautiful. This is actually quite impressive. It is lighter, but that doesn't really bother me. I know it won't show up so good on the camera, but man, is that ever beautiful. Wow. I'm very, 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 very impressed with how this turned out. So I got the vintage fan on to get that to dry up. Should probably put the drawer closer also. I'm going to grab this door and see if by lightly alrighty, welcome back. This is like second day, I believe. Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to kind of treat this as a reassembly day. Well, at least for a few hours anyway. And then I'm going to put a satin polyurethane coat on the top of the wash table there. And also put the pull knobs on. And wait for the legs to show up. And then I'll put those on. It's supposed to be here like, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. Today's Sunday, so 4 or 5 days away. Alright, let's get going. So I got these knobs from work. They didn't have, you know, the nicer ones that had the little flower design in the middle, but that's alright. So what I ended up finding was these porcelain white knobs. That's a lot nicer. It's kind of nice that they give you two sizes of screws with these things. Short ones it is. That should work just fine. Try and go dead center on the dot that's already there. I was a little worried about that. That was a lot of wood filler there. That definitely seems to set it off a lot better. Went and picked up some beeswax, which is supposed to help these drawers slide better. I've never done this, so I'm assuming you just kind of rub it on there. Oh, let's see. See if that does anything. Oh gosh, yeah. That's much better. Crazy. I'm going to try and reattach the doors. See how this closes. Perfect. Now to figure out these last two knobs. Perfect. All right. Now, this door does kind of drop a little bit. It's probably because of the hinge. And over. That's throwing it off. When you look at it head on, that strip, it just throws it off. That it's not quite. It don't look right. It is what it is as far as that goes. This is a triple thick. I got foam brushes to apply. That's kind of what I'm used to with polyurethane. Don't know why, but it's white. Well, it's going to dry clear. So let me grab my brushes. If I remember where I put my brushes. Well, I thought I bought an assortment, but they're all the same size. Oh well, that's fine. And I'm going to be a bit of a baby, and yes, I'm going to put gloves on, because I don't want this to drip down the body. I'm only interested in getting the top sealed. And I'm gonna have to keep a rag. It's supposed to be a self-leveling. And if you're wondering why I'm going with this triple thick, is it's supposed to cut down on how many coats you need to apply. Let this dry. Come back in a little while. Welcome back. It has been, probably 5 days, 4 days since I last did anything on camera. But I am, in full transparency, I work on this off camera because a lot of it is time-consuming stuff, and I figured if I just did it and showed you guys what I had done, hopefully that would be enough. And if you guys did have questions, then you can always put them in the comments. I don't recall if I showed you guys the legs that I put on it. It's so hard to see. But I'm kind of calling this done. The top is done. I put a little liner in there. It's not permanent. People, if they don't like it, just comes right out. And I wiped down the shelves in here with a wax, and I put a new magnet catch on it. So that's basically it. I am calling that one complete. Now, and I'm not going to post it for sale yet. As you can see in the background, I have acquired another piece that I want to get going on at some point too. So here's the new one. It's really hard to see, but there's a lot of damage on it. The top is pretty bad. There's a lot of chunks missing out of the legs. So I'm going to do that one at some point. That's going to be down the road a little bit, sort of. I can't keep myself like going on one project all the time. Usually I jump around. So anyway, calling that restoration, refurbishment more or less, just freshening it up, move it on down the road and let somebody else enjoy it. So, alright, that's it. Thank you for watching, and you'll see me again soon.